Kaspa is being discussed as a cryptocurrency that could potentially replace Bitcoin, not just in utility, but it could provide some price competition for the likes of Ethereum in the future, which makes it a pretty big deal to buy Kaspa now before it's too late. A single Kaspa coin is priced at 0.04, which is a fair price considering that it is 1000x higher than its launch price in 2020. If you had bought Kaspa 3 years ago, you probably wouldn't have watched this video. I expect you'd be a millionaire already. However, it's not too late because the price is still pretty low. And if you adopt the long-term investment plan, your investment now could possibly be worth millions in the next 3 or 4 years. Imagine how much value you would get if you bought more of the coins. You're well on your way to an early retirement with unending wealth. There's one thing that sets Kaspa aside from other cryptocurrencies and places it right up there with the likes of Bitcoin. It's that the developers of Kaspa found a way to use the same network consensus that Bitcoin uses, which is the proof of a work mechanism and makes it function much better. In all ways, it's faster, cheaper, and more scalable. Experts in the crypto market understand that Bitcoin has been able to continue to stay valuable even through the worst possible bearish markets due to its strong fundamentals. And that includes the strength of its underlying consensus. The negative thing about Bitcoin's system is that its transactions are much slower, too expensive, and have inadequate scalability. Kaspa, on the other hand, has proven to be a better option. It's with the knowledge of the potential of Kaspa's efficient use of the POW mechanism that first drew attention to it. Unlike many Layer 2 solutions that start out at 50 cents or $1 per token, Kaspa adopted a more modest approach due to its low valuation. It costs about 0.301 per CAS. This meant that you would only need $10 to get about 100,000 CAS tokens and more. Just a month later, the coin had increased to around 0.3018, which would bring the value of a $10 investment to about $18. That was nearly a 100% increase, and Kaspa was only getting started. The coin grew further on the upside to achieve an all-time high price of about 0.205. The crypto market had begun what was a slow but gradual decline, and Kaspa would trade around 0.01 for a bit before dropping below 0.009 as the 2022 bearish market wore on. Earlier in 2022, Kaspa began a progressive climb to set a new all-time high at 0.015, and not long after, it was exchanging hands at 0.02. It's one of the few cryptocurrencies that has maintained the most consistent growth to the upside price in 2023 and has managed to stay there. At the time of recording, Kaspa has grown about 300% from its price earlier in the year to set an all-time high value of 0.05, with its market capitalization coming ever so close to crossing over into $1 billion, with its current market cap set at $998 million. It's surprising to see a coin that had barely $500 billion at the start of the year reach $1 billion, even without a significant bull run in the wider crypto market. The kind of strength the Kaspa market has exhibited has never been seen in any cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin itself. It appears as though Kaspa has a mind of its own, unlike other cryptocurrencies that require BTC to make some capital growth before their own price can change in the slightest. Of course, experts still talk of some altcoins that possess the potential to bring in 100x and 1000x profits in the near term, and Kaspa is one of the top picks. We have to mention it because it has risen so quickly among the projects with the most market capitalization, an impressive feat for a project that has a circulating supply of just 20 billion CAS. Its circulating supply and total supply have been equaled, with only about 8 billion units of CAS left to be mined, which kind of provides a sense of scarcity for the coin. And you know, the less number of Kaspa tokens exchanged in hands in the market or is available for buying, the greater the demand, and ultimately, it would aid its growth in price. It's difficult to compare Kaspa with Bitcoin at this stage because Bitcoin's total supply is only just about 21 million, and it fuels its price value even more. Kaspa is hoping to achieve that level of prominence with 20 billion of its own tokens. Of course, developers would later deploy strategies such as burning to reduce the total supply and reduce reduce the circulating supply of cash to create a level of hunger for the project and drive its value. This and other upgrades will enable the price to skyrocket over time and outperform the likes of Ethereum. It may not be so easy for cash to reach $2,000 to be able to challenge the Ethereum network, but it still has to reach at least $100 by 2026. This price could easily be attained before that time if there's a significant crypto boom like the one we had in 2018. I decline to push the narrative of Kaspa token to reach $1 in 2024 simply because I believe that it's remotely achievable in 2023. The crypto market is unpredictable, but when people say it, they always view it negatively. It may be tough to predict the situations that swing the market, but it's getting easier to know the things that would make it grow. However, we just may not know how much growth we should expect. That's why I'm not ruling out Kaspa, which has already reached around 0.05 to try cross the $1 line this year. It has undergone tremendous growth to reach this height and can reach 10 cents in no time if it keeps up the current trajectory. That's not so far-fetched, even though its intraday price action suggests a drop to about 0.047 per CAS token. You could sleep at night and end up finding out that the market has moved on without you and settled at an all-time high of around 0.08, which is where I expect things to get interesting. At that level, we'll already be looking at Kaspa as a speculative market capitalization of about $2.5 billion or even $3 billion, which should be enough to spur the coin to rise to an all-time high of about 20 cents. Experts believe that reaching $1 would be a stroll in the park from there towards the end of the year, whether there's a bull run or not. Another key advantage that Kaspa has at this stage is that it has been able to grow without being listed on major exchanges like Binance and Coinbase. An eventual listing would be a truly remarkable time for investors who get into the Kaspa market at the right time. There are no pointers that suggest that any major exchange is about to list Kaspa at this point, but it's not too outrageous to expect it soon, considering the rapid adoption that's happening in the Kaspa market. What's even more interesting about Kaspa now is that there are no records of the whale monopoly in the Kaspa market, hence why the growth of the coin's price is considered more organic and with considerably fewer price fluctuations, despite the entire crypto market still stuck in a bearish market. As a result, we can look forward to a brighter prospect for Kaspa if you gave advantage of its current market situation.